Welcome to creating a standard asset. In this video, we're going to choose a style of chess set. Then we're going to decide on a construction method and then start creating our asset. So, I'm going to pick a standard competition chess set, which is a, I believe it's pronounced Staunton chess set. And this photo is taken from Wikipedia, the author down below there, Frank A. Karamata. Thank you for taking this wonderful photo for us. So we're going to use this as, well, I'm going to use this as my base. You can use a different type of chess set if you like. Bear in mind, this is still going to be a low poly chess set. We're not going to go over the top with detail at this level in the course. Right, our construction method. We're going to split our models into two. So we're going to make a standard base asset that we can work from for all of the other models. If we just go back quickly to this image, you can see that the bases across all of the models are very similar. Some of them are slightly taller before they reach that little bump around the top where the neck comes out. Some of them are a little more squat, but essentially they're the same basic mesh, and that's what we're going to create. Okay, so a challenge for you straight away. I'd like you to import a reference image. So create a new Blender file named chess piece base, because that's what we're going to be working on. I'd like you to go ahead and, if you haven't done already, please download your asset pack and import the stauntonpawn.png as your background image. I do suggest you use a cylinder of the right size for reference, so that will have a, since the base of the pawn is going to be 3 across, it'll have a radius of 1.5, little hint for you there. And finally, leave the cylinder in the scene, as we're going to use that for block modelling later. Pause the video now and give that a go. Okay guys, welcome back. Let's hop straight on over into Blender. So here we are in Blender. I'm immediately going to get rid of our cube. I don't need that in the scene. And I'm going to add a mesh object that is a cylinder. And in the operator panel, before I do anything else, I'm going to set the radius to 1.5. Once the radius is set to 1.5, there are a couple of other design decisions that I can make, like the number of vertices, etc. Now, at the moment in time, I think that's going to be plenty big enough for the base of our pawn that we're about to do. So, let's now import our image. I'm going to go into our properties panel on the 3D editor, scroll all the way down to background images, and add an image. I would suggest that you now go to your assets pack. If you've not already downloaded it, please go and download it, otherwise you won't be able to complete this task. And then grab your Staunton pawn. There we go. So we've got that there. Open the image, and of course we won't see it unless we're in orthographic projection and looking from one of the side views. Excellent. So we've got our image in the scene, and we've got our reference cylinder here. So we're going to have to do a couple of things to this image, and the first one's going to be scaling it down. So I'm just going to zoom in so I can see what's going on. Ooh, all the way there. Okay, that's about right. Now I want the image on the base where x and y equals 0. Okay, so we'll just need to shift this pawn upwards a little, this reference pawn, and let's lift it up. Let's lift this up as well by 1. Could have done that in a number of ways. I'm just going to translate it by 1 there. And I'm going to change to wireframe mode so I can just see our image behind, because otherwise I can't see the image. It's as simple as that. Or I could put it in front, of course, that would help. And change the opacity, just turn it down a lot really, so I can just see where it is. Now I've cropped these images for you so they're nice and easy to look at. Let's just turn the opacity up a little bit more. Yeah, that's pretty much on the base, so I'm happy with that. And the final thing that I'm going to do here is just zoom in a little, and I'm going to grab this top and lower it to this little ridge here. That's really for me where this base ends. So I'm just going to rotate around a little and grab this top edge loop here. So I'm going to switch into edit mode and select that edge loop around the top. I'm going to flick straight back around so I can see where we're doing. I'm just going to use the blue arrow here and lower it to the right level. So there we go, we've got a cylinder. We haven't modeled anything yet, apart from the general shape. We've got a cylinder aligned to our reference image, and we're ready for the next lecture. But before we move on, let's just make sure that we've named our asset correctly. So let's scroll down. It's not called a cylinder anymore. We'll call this chess piece base. Why not? That sounds good to me. And then finally, we will go ahead and save our Blender file. So we will call this one, let's go into my project folder and call it chess piece base. I suggest you do the same now and make sure it is saved to your project folder. Brilliant. Please share what you've done in the discussions, and I will see you shortly.